Hey, it's Scott.
And Christina MacIntyre, and this is Enduring Hope, the podcast where we encourage you to trust God in every circumstance.
You know, there was a time when I really feared changing a dirty diaper. I mean, I really can't see what's going on there, what I'm touching.
Well, you got over that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I guess I did. You know, and you'd think crossing a street would be something I would still fear today, but I surprisingly don't too much.
Really?
Well, it depends on the street maybe, but, you know, actually the most frequent command in the Bible is do not fear.
Yeah, do not be afraid, fear not, or something similar appears in the Bible more than 100 times. It's said to Abraham, to Moses, to Joshua, and to Mary and Joseph. Often it's God or an angel of the Lord speaking.
I find it comforting that it's said so many times. You know, it tells me that God knows us well and realizes that we are inclined to be afraid or overwhelmed. And I know I'm not alone in needing that kind of assurance. In fact, I wrote a song as a teenager called No Fear, and I sang it for many years. Now, when I was on American Idol, we actually had to take down any music or videos that we'd previously made that were floating around out there online. So I did that. I kind of went dark, you know? But this Canadian television program posted a video of me singing the song on their show, and all of a sudden it was the only video out there, and it got tons of views, and it actually was probably not my best song, the best song I've written by any means, but it ended up ministering to a lot of people who were looking for hope.
Sometimes God uses the things that seem ordinary to us to make an extraordinary difference in the lives of others.
And like a lot of the songs I write, it ended up ministering to me as well. I was 19 years old when I realized for the first time that I was going to need a kidney transplant. And the thought was pretty overwhelming as I came to understand just how fragile my health was. One of the scriptures that I meditated on a lot was Isaiah 41:10. It says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." It was a huge source of comfort. There's no telling how many times I prayed for God to strengthen me and help me.
And God did uphold you. After a year of being on dialysis, the wife of Scott's college piano teacher, Patricia, donated her kidney.
I'm sure there were verses that Patricia held on to as she selflessly gave me this incredible gift of her kidney and went through her own recovery.
There are so many situations in life where fear can take hold of us, or at the very least fill us with anxiety, which is really just a type of fear. Sometimes it's fear of the future or something that's going on with a loved one, or that they've said or done something that damages a relationship. And of course, these last 18 months have ignited fear in so many people. They've feared for their health, their finances, or what they would do next if their business were shut down.
I know a lot of people weren't allowed to be with their loved ones in the hospital who were about to pass away. That is terrible to imagine.
Because fear is such a prevalent problem we all struggle with, we want to arm you with some do not fear scriptures to call to mind when you find yourself overwhelmed. God said this to Joshua, but it applies to you and me as well. It's Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
That's great, and he will be with you wherever you go.
Psalm 118:6. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? And 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. And a lot of us probably know Psalm 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
A shepherd uses a rod to defend his sheep against enemies and a staff to guide them. God will defend and guide you.
Psalm 34:4 says, I sought the Lord and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. Then there's Psalm 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
In Deuteronomy 31:6, Moses shares with the Israelites God's words of encouragement as they prepare to take possession of the land he promised to them. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. And that's a wonderful promise to end on. No matter who you are or what you're going through, the Lord your God will never leave you nor forsake you.
Live in the enduring hope that is ours through Jesus Christ.
If you have a question, you need prayer, or you need help taking the next step in your spiritual journey, please reach out to us on scottmacintyre.com. We would love to hear from you.